Today, we're putting a bunch of TikTok food trends in front of a classically trained chef and a normal home cook to test them, review them, see whether they like them.
What was our video then?
Before having you here, it's lovely to have you in my home, but at the same time, I hate it when you do these TikTok episodes.
I just want you to know, Jamie, this format, I feel it's become your baby. And I think you are my comfort food.
Here we go.
What we got?
Do y'all like pickles? Do y'all like Dr. Pepper? Well, come on with me, Ma, because me Ma finna show you some. So we at the neighborhood Sonic. Yes, ma'am, I need to get a large Dr. Pepper with pickles.
All right, we got a large Dr. Pepper with pickles.
So this right here is a pickle Dr.
Crinkle
Pepper.
cut, important.
So it's Dr. Pepper with dill pickle slices. It's really good. Y'all should try it. If y'all try it, let me know in the comments. Bye, me Ma loves y'all.
So here's the thing.
I love her.
She is
I love
amazing. Yes, this trend is people going to their local Sonic drive-thru. Sonic is a fast food chain all across the US, and they are ordering Dr. Pepper with pickles. So lots of people saying, don't knock it until you've tried it. Other people actually comparing it to the addition of adding vinegar-based shrubs, which is something that we did in Food Trends episode.
Yeah,
So actually,
yeah.
this is foodie. Give the cloche a lift. Whoa!
I like you've gone for crinkle cut to keep it authentic to that particular video.
So like Mississippi Mima said, it didn't sound like she was the first person in that Sonic drive-thru to order this drink. The server did not sound surprised. No. And there has been an influx of people at Sonic drive-thrus across the US ordering this as a drink.
Let's reverse up. Remind me, what is Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper, the second highest selling carbonated drink in the US, invented by a pharmacist in 1885.
I love a bit of history.
It's not a cola, it's not a root beer, and it's not a fruit-flavoured soft drink. In fact, it has a category all of its own, which is a pepper soda.
And we've discussed this more recently, that seasoning food and drink is so much more than just three, but even at its very basic, sugar, acid, salt. Now, when we did the cola with the salted peanuts, wonderful.
How many?
Loads, Baz, it's delicious.
What?
Yeah. Yes! This is now doing the acid with the sugar, because that is just so sweet, but also with a few kind of botanicals, medicinal kind of flavours. Cheers.
Cheers.
Unique. I get the shrub reference, because it is both sweet and sour as a drink, but also quite complex, dare I say it, because even this has the mustard seeds and the dill and all the other bits and pieces going on.
Can you pass me some rum?
Nice Cornish rum.
Just feels like it needs another dimension.
With the rum,
now it's playing with spiced rum and more kind of vanilla and rum flavour and richness. It's good.
I like a Dr. Pepper, but I would never choose one over other drinks. With the pickles, it turns into an interesting drink.
now your pickles have had a couple of minutes in the Dr. Pepper as well. Have you tried one of them?
Which is what happened to the peanuts, because they took on the sugar of the Coke and they were more candified. Cheers. Definitely more on the pickly side, but y'all might be on something.
So boys, the TikTok trend, putting pickles in your Dr. Pepper, is it a trend that you're going to follow fast, or are you just going to scroll past?
I'm going to follow fast.
Yeah!
It's the second time I put a foreign body in my soda.
Let's move on to number 2.
And I like it.
Ebbers, pick up the phone. Ebbers, pick up the phone.
I love the soundtrack. It feels very up.
Beautifully organised fridge. Why is there a deer in her fridge?
Oof. Okay, here's the thing.
Fridgecaping. Oh, you're not going to. No!
Here's the thing, right? That looks picture perfect and food styled. And their suggestion is, if it's more inviting, you eat more of the good stuff.
Oh,
boys, this is the trend of fridgescaping. It's people making their fridges as aesthetically pleasing as possible. From the way food is arranged in ornate vessels, to some people even including photos of loved ones or pets. You can have a whole theme to your fridgescaping fridge. Some people claim that it's better for keeping their fridge clean, keeping track of what they've got, and for food waste. because you can see everything in your fridge. It encourages people to try different or new foods, something that might fit aesthetically, which you wouldn't usually have in your fridge. So Lindsay, who is the creator of the video that you've just seen, says that she changes the theme of her fridge roughly every 2 weeks or so. And some previous themes that she's gone for have been Beetlejuice and Bridgerton, or she called it Fridgerton.
What on earth is under the cloche?
Have a look under the cloche. We've got some lovely things for you, Barry.
Your frames!
Where are we going? Jungle vibes. We've got a little parrot.
We thought you might enjoy
LEDs.
Fridgescaping your fridge.
I'm excited for this.
This is gonna hurt so much. Okay, we'll start with the vegetables, shall we?
Yeah, bring out the whole... Oh my goodness. Bearing in mind we are filming several videos here, probably more than normal.
Not
a lot more than normal. I'll start organising some of it. Now what I do find interesting, I'm opening ingredients in MAP, modified atmospheric packaging, which means it is flushed with a gas that prevents the food from going off. So the moment you open it, it's now exposed to oxygen and possibly might waste quicker for not being in plastic, which feels very anti what we always say about, you know, too much plastic.
I can't unpack this meat and leave it lying in my fridge. So this now, because it's ugly, it's going to go in the vegetable drawer potentially.
In the bottom.
Okay.
Either hidden away or, also important, front and foremost with all the use by dates facing the same direction. So you can always see what needs to be used first. That part I kind of like, having control of the stock count of your fridge.
We've bought a few different bits and pieces for you today, but Lindsay, her recommendation if you want to get started with Fridgescaping is to actually just upgrade things that you might already have to more aesthetically pleasing versions. You might have a butter dish, you might have an egg tray, things like that. Just get something that looks a little bit nicer.
I think I prefer this extreme silly Fridgescaping to just fridge organising, which relies on everything being individually packaged and you end up with a lot of extra packaging and it's often just rowing up lots and lots of ultra-processed food. This is nature looking wonderful.
Now there's two comments next to each other on this video that I think probably sum up a lot of people's thoughts. Number one, joy. Joy is the point. Life is too short to not do the things that bring us joy, even if it's odd to other people. The next comment down, this assumes I have an inch of extra space in the fridge.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking right now. Right, you got Hayley's...
Baz, I think Fridgescaping is more of a progressive thing. I don't think on day one you're going to be able to scape your whole fridge.
Okay.
So let's
Wild, it's feral.
Let's start with 1 or 2 shelves.
Okay,
See
then
how
work
you
our way
get
up.
on, and next time you do a food shop, be more thoughtful and mindful about how you put things into the fridge.
Start putting the lights around our sparkling wine in the door.
Yep.
Here is a thought. Cheese doesn't always make sense in plastic. Cheese does like to breathe. It's why if you ever go to a cheesemonger, you will buy cheese wrapped up. And actually, it will probably make your cheese last longer. That's beautiful, that.
Beautiful.
And maybe the parrot.
Why are you opening all my butter?
I don't like the different packaging.
So Barry,
Yes, Jamie.
you've come home from a long, hard day at work.
yeah.
The commute has been awful. You need to make yourself some dinner. Why don't you go into the fridge and just have a little look?
I mean, yeah, if you just crop it.
How inviting is that?
100% more inviting, 400% less convenient. It was a therapeutic process. I think any cleaning, sorting, organising is. But I think maybe just sort your records in your sock drawer because I feel like that might lead to food waste by decanting everything, even though it makes it front of mind.
I can't think of anything else right now than there's a candle in my fridge.
Well, boys, before you blow it out, you need to tell me, is this a trend that you're going to be following fast? Or are you just going to
Scrolling past.
I think it's important to keep on top of what's in your fridge, but I'm scrolling past that.
Thank goodness. Oh no, it's smoky!
Baz, open up your TikTok.
Okay, brilliant.
So following on from people like Le Gomme Chef, friend of the channel, who freezes everything and then grates it over everything else, this is the trend of grating frozen tomatoes over burrata.
And I think the trend probably extends a little more to freezing all sorts of fruits
Yeah.
over all sorts of creamy things.
Exactly.
Not necessarily cheese, but yogurt, ice cream.
I think there are so many different routes that we can take this in.
yeah.
Lift the cloche, you're not going to know what's underneath there, and let's have a chat about
I've seen it loads, I've never tried it, I'm excited.
Yes! So, yeah, you're simply going to take a burrata, split it open, grate over frozen tomato, drizzle with balsamic, olive oil, and a little pinch of salt.
What's he looking for?
We've got some frozen peaches as well.
See, this is the trend he's already on board with. And what I like about it is, to Le Gomme Chef's point, if there is fruit that's on its last legs, save it before it goes bad. Definitely something that I've seen loads haven't done, but I do freeze a lot of things like ginger, chilies, garlic, fresh things like lime leaves or lemongrass. Love freezing things. Some are good from frozen, but this is adding value because it's frozen. I love that.
So this is a video created by New York City chef called Eitan Bernath. It's gained over 20 million views on this video, and it's said that the frozen tomato should create a fluffy pop of tomato flavour with a unique and fun spin.
The basil.
Love that.
It's a trend I was already on board with in principle alone, but I've never tried, so I'm actually excited to get a mouthful.
Dig in.
Yes.
Oh, Barry's been taken to a different place.
Unusual. A hit of ice cream to start off with. Just head's taken to a confusing place. The acidity of the vinegar.
That is instant
creaminess.
elegance from a humble ingredient that you've done one thing to. How long will it be before restaurants serve that on the side of a salad?
So it's been described as perfect for a hot day. And the creators also use the same technique for cucumbers with a little bit of sesame and soy.
It's such a lovely, simple idea to elevate so many things.
Apples, pears, stone fruit like peaches, plums, like, yeah, I'm so on board with this.
Ebbers, as a chef, where else could we take this?
So I think any fruit that's got a high liquid content and is quite soft, even mangoes, papayas, take it to a tropical place in salads. But I do think, because it gives those granita, almost dessert-like vibes, you need dairy with it. Whether that's yogurt or cheese or cream cheese, or could you put it on top of like a bean hummus equivalent, like a bean puree, and it's an ice cream or a sorbet or granita with a lovely mouthfeel without needing a third of it to be sugar.
Well, boys, the frozen tomato trend. Is it something we're going to follow fast or just scroll past?
I don't know why it's taken me this long to try it, because I've seen it before. I'm absolutely following fast.
Favourite TikTok trend yet.
Woo! Well, we got one more. Let's see if we can beat it. Ebbers, look at your phone.
Oh, it's from my mate Guga Foods.
Oh!
Here we go.
I've heard that a 3 Michelin star chef was using sparkling water to tenderize his steaks. I was like, there's no way that this works. Using $1 steaks, I submerged it in sparkling water. But then I went ahead and cooked it on the grill. And if you know me, you know I like a crust. Once that was done, the only thing left to do was to try it and see if it works.
So to answer the question, does the sparkling water actually work?
It works.
Yes, it does.
It sounds ridiculous. How can sparkling water make any difference to a steak?
Couple of things. One, in the video, he's splashing it over a pre-cooked steak. Is that for visual B-roll effect? Because he then goes on to soak it, the raw steak in it. Okay. So I feel like there's a little bit of reel you in.
For a reel.
But it's a TikTok. But
absolutely done.
If it's done on a raw steak, of course it's going to work.
Boys, this is the trend of marinating your steak in sparkling water before you cook it to create a more tender steak. Now, Guga, the steak legend of YouTube and TikTok, brought this to our attention. It's also been tried by a lot of other people, Nick DeGiovanni. It's everywhere at the moment, and we thought we had to give it a go. Give the cloche a lift. Shebang!
Shebang.
Now, Guga says that he heard about this tip from a 3 Michelin star kitchen. It's believed to be the carbon dioxide in the sparkling water that makes it acidic, which leads to the denaturing of the meat. Here we have a cheap steak and an expensive steak that have been submerged in sparkling water for about an hour.
But look at the proteins that have already, like when you overcook fish.
Let's cook up 4 steaks. We've also got a recipe that we can fit these steaks into, which is a miso steak rice dish from Sidekick. It's utterly delicious. Should we give it a go?
Let's do it.
What a feast! We have 4 steaks in front of us. 2 expensive, 2 less expensive, 2 have been in the sparkling water for an hour, and 2 haven't.
Now they're cooked, I think there are some differences, but let's taste them.
Go for it.
Let's start this end.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Buttery.
Delicious.
Buttery, wonderful steak.
It is a beautiful kind of natural marbling on the beef. Flavour throughout. Cooked rare and with a slight crust that's well seasoned. Let's try the comparison. Same time.
Straight away, the outside of it has more ridges and texture going on, like when you've been in the swimming pool for too long.
Yeah.
It's got
Wrinkled
wrinkles,
up.
so there's more surface area to get across it, and the fat's fallen off.
This is not a scientific fair test, given the conditions we're working with here, but there is a difference.
Yeah.
Quite a difference.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll make more of a difference on our cheaper cut.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, not the best way to cook a cheaper steak.
Okay. Well, tougher and chewier straight away, but delicious.
Onto the sparkling water.
1 hour in sparkling water. If anything, for this
Oh, look at
cut,
that.
maybe a bit undercooked, but we will see.
Here, you can tell, because it's a thinner cut as well, the texture has changed throughout, like it is falling apart more.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh wow.
That takes that up to the
I was going to
premium
apologise for not cooking the cheaper steak for longer, and I thought I might have messed up this experiment. But if you like your steak rare, then the sparkling water on a cheaper steak is your answer, because that is so much more tender.
That is falling apart without having to chew it.
It was a thinner steak, so there was more surface area. Flavour-wise, I think I prefer the very
definitely.
first one, the one that hadn't been in sparkling water and that was just classic,
Yep,
but quality.
definitely.
But texture, out of all 4,
Really?
I think that is a wonderful eat.
So people have been using the sparkling water method not just to tenderize steak, but other proteins as well. Squid. Actually, we put squid into a tempura batter, usually using sparkling water.
Yeah.
Could that have a little bit of an effect?
Leave it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
That's it, Ebbers. Serve up the steak on top of our spring onion and spinach rice. That is a version of our miso steak with spring onion rice dish. It's on Sidekick. Give it a go. Sidekick is free for 30 days. It's going to help you cook incredible meals and not waste any food and save money on all the food that you buy. Give that a go. Steak in sparkling water. Is it a trend?
What a ridiculous thing to say.
It looked revolting after the hour in the water.
Is it a trend we're going to follow fast or just scroll past?
I already follow Guga,
Yep,
but
same.
even faster now.
I could see myself doing that in a battle coming soon.
Well, over to you in the comments. Will you be following those food trends fast or will you just be scrolling past? Comment down below and let us know. Plus, are there any other TikTok food trends that we should be reviewing?